Hi, welcome to Paranormal Kativity. I decided to do like a hangout today with the topic of Halloween. I'm just gonna roll with it while I enjoy my blackberry lemonade. Let's hang out. I was trying to go over like all of the different Halloween costumes I've ever been in my head. Majority of them were cats. I was a cat so many times growing up. White cat, black cat. I know I have a tiger outfit that I still have because the headband has one floppy ear and it's really cute, so I keep it. I was always a cat, and probably because my family called me cat a lot growing up, so it was easy. Plus I wasn't allowed to be anything too scary growing up, which was a bummer. Especially once my brother got to an age where he was allowed to be scary stuff and I wasn't. I know he got the mask from the Haunted Mask in Goosebumps and got to run around in that one year, and I was like, are you kidding me? I think I was a witch that year. I was a witch a lot too. That was probably the scariest thing I got to be. But it's super simple. You just throw a hat on and something black and you're done. I do remember being an angel one year when I was really little. I was a mouse one year, which is another one of those where you just have like the headband, a bow tie, and a tail. And then you wear like a leotard. Super simple. As I got older, zombies were a go-to because it's just easy. You just dirty yourself up and make yourself look ghoulish. I've been a gypsy a few times now, which I'm obsessed with gypsies and gypsy culture. Over the years, I've had multiple Halloweens just for the excuse of wearing one of my old dresses that I had for prom. It's a gorgeous dress, and it's not like I ever have an occasion to wear a prom dress. It's green sequins with black lace over it. I love it. It's actually part of what I wore for my Ariel cosplay one year at Gen Con, which if you follow me on Instagram, you've seen some of my like cosplaying and dressing up there too. Speaking of like costumes and cosplaying, the last play that I did was Cinderella, which I was super proud of. If any of my kids are watching, you guys did awesome and I love you and I miss you and I'm excited for next fall. I do actually have the dress with me, and I'm planning on doing a kind of pseudo tutorial as to how we did the Cinderella dress, because we got it to transform from her like peasant dress into her formal gown for the ball on stage. It was an on-stage dress transition and it was amazing. So I'm planning on doing a tutorial on this channel about that because it kind of ties in with cosplaying and costumes and stuff. So look forward to that. That's coming. And then we're actually going to be selling the dress as well. So if for some reason you know anybody who wants to cosplay as Cinderella or is doing it as a production for school and wants a dress, you let me know. I can hook it up. I tend to be like the go-to makeup and costumer for a lot of people whenever we dress up for stuff. So I'm really good at making something out of nothing when it comes to outfits. So, like, I know I worked at a gym really briefly and we had a challenge to reenact a scene from a Disney movie. What we ended up doing was we redid Be Prepared by Scar in Lion King as our Disney one. And, I mean, we had a day to get this together. So we threw together a green screen and I did everybody's makeup and we wore a towel as fur. And I think we had a wig, yes. We had a wig that was like super long dreadlocks and we just wrapped it around our faces and pinned it into place to make it the mane. I usually end up being the person that gets people ready for like formal occasions too. I've thought about going to cosmetology school or maybe like special effects makeup, but I don't know. I've not pursued any of that because I'm too dang indecisive. That's the truth of it. Sometimes things like this are like dressing up whenever you don't have an occasion. Although I'm not a fashionable person at all. I'm sure you've probably caught on to that from my earlier videos where I'm looking totally schlubby and just... I kept it real. You can definitely give me that much. I kept it real for you because you can't fake that mess. So I'm definitely not like a super fashionable person, but when it comes to playing dress up, I feel like if there was a master course for playing dress up, I would definitely be all up on that. Overall, my thoughts on Halloween are this. It's an excuse to dress up, act like a fool in front of strangers, and get free candy. Like, I have no idea why any kid would not think that's the best holiday ever. It was and always has been my absolute favorite. Thankfully, as I've gotten older, I've had some friends who were super into Halloween too, so I've got to attend some really cool, like, different Halloween parties. I've seen some awesome costumes, although honestly the best costumes I've ever seen were at Gen Con. If you're not familiar with Gen Con, it's a huge convention in Indianapolis the costumes are just insane. Insane. And that's what I said. I dressed up as Steampunk Ariel one year. That was my biggest cosplay, but I had a few other cosplays those weeks. They just weren't as good. That was definitely the best one that I've done, and the one that I got the most attention from, because so many little kids were like, "Oh, you're a Disney princess!" And that was like the coolest feeling on earth, because, you know, occasionally you get that if you're trick-or-treating or something. Like, you'll get little kids who get really excited to see you, but normally it's not like that. You're usually just like doing your own thing. Or when you get too old to be trick-or-treating and you're still trick-or-treating and you get adults who like look at you like, "Hey, why am I still giving you candy when you're in your 20s?" And you're like, "Shut up and give me candy." Like, that was my life for a little while. I think I trick-or-treated till I was like 22 or 23. I really should like bring it back, but someday I'll have babies and they won't be able to eat candy, so. Although I really don't eat candy either, to be real with you. Like, this is the sweetest thing I've had in a really long time. And a snow cone. Ooh, and I tried those s'mores Oreos this week. I do have a weird diet, so like, most candy I can't have. I'm vegan. Why am I beating around the bush? I eat a vegan diet, so. Skittles, though. I can get down on some Skittles. Or Lemon Jolly Ranchers. Oh my god, those are my favorite, and they were gone for years and years and years, and then they came back, and when they came back, I told my dad and stepmom about them, and they got me the biggest bag of Lemon Jolly Ranchers, just lemon, ever. My mouth is watering. I'm salivating while I'm thinking of Lemon Jolly Ranchers. But they're so good. If you're gonna try the s'mores Oreos, I will tell you, they're not bad, but they're not the greatest. And I got vanilla almond ice cream, which isn't actually ice cream, it's almond cream. I thought it'd be so good, and it really was disappointing together. But if you want some killer vegan ice cream on my Instagram, there's one on there that's salted caramel, and it's to die for. It is so good. It's like the best ice cream I've ever had in my entire life. I gotta say too, the best episodes of TV shows happen to be the Halloween ones, especially Parks and Rec and The Simpsons. The Simpsons definitely has the winning Halloween episodes of anything. Treehouse of Horrors are the best. The Simpsons is so freaking good, man. Plus at Halloween, like, I know one year I was a vampire. Vampires are awesome. Like, you get all of the best creatures and beings and the coolest things to do with makeup and stuff ever at Halloween. You can be a skeleton. You can do this fawn makeup that's been popular for like the last 3, 4, or 5 years that it's just gorgeous. I really think that I want to be a tiefling one year at Gen Con if I go. I don't know if we're going this year, but at some point I want to be a tiefling as a cosplay, because you get to do the pretty fawn makeup and you get to have hooves and be all like crazy ethereal forest person. Now like wolfmen, not so easy. We actually had like a wolfman mask growing up, and my brother put it on and ran at our back patio door where my dog was. She freaked out and ran into the door. It didn't break, but it was still scary. I have a friend who always has these like prosthetic horns that he wears for Halloween, which is super fun. I had one year at a Halloween party that we threw, one of our friends who watches this, Gage, hi. Gage came to one of our Halloween parties one year with somebody, and they came as Michonne and a zombie from Walking Dead, and it was awesome. I had a friend come to one of my parties one time with like the dot makeup all over, the like pop art makeup. And I've seen a few people do that since then. It's just super cute. I love it. I actually encouraged a bunch of my drama kids to just cosplay and dress up as whatever the heck they wanted during one of our fundraisers recently. That turned out really fun. So just any excuse that I can find to dress up or have other people dress up or help people dress up, it's like my calling. If I had one thing to do in this life, it's probably to play dress up. Even when I was little, sorry there's the loudest vehicle going down my street. Even growing up, like playing Barbies, all I did was dress them up. I never played them. I remember a couple times trying to, where people would be like, "Hey, what are you doing?" "I'm gonna go shopping." And then they'd go and act like they're shopping or going to see Ken or whatever the heck, and I'd just be changing their clothes and doing their hair. That's all I did. I didn't care about them as people. as characters, as Barbies. I just wanted something to play dress up with. That's probably why my favorite Barbie thing I ever had was like the little bust where you got to do their hair and makeup. Hope you enjoyed hanging out with me and talking about random stuff about Halloween and playing dress up and all that jazz. So enjoy the rest of your day. Know that I adore each and every one of you, and thank you so much for being here. Feel free to hang out with me. All of my information is in the drop-down box. Please subscribe if you haven't, and I look forward to talking to you again soon. Bye!